ULTI.TV.
Alright. Just going to quick relocation. Thanks for coming along. We've got the University of New South Wales playing against Ballarat University. How are you feeling about this game, Johnny?
The weather's just cleared up. I was really thinking Buff were going to take it because they seem to have brought the weather with them from Ballarat, but I don't know, it's cleared up a little bit, and UNSW's depth does look a little bit more solid.
Ballarat do love crappy conditions, it's like their favourite, but we're still on and off crappy. It could go good, but it could stay this way. Sammy, how you feeling?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to go with Buff. I think Johnny's overestimating how much this is actually cleared up. The conditions are still pretty crappy. I think they're going to deal with it a lot better than UNSW will.
Cappers? Oh. Yeah. Alright, sorry Alex, go ahead. Ballarat doing a bit of a pump up charge. So Ballarat starting on defence, throwing into the wind. Cappers, predictions?
Look, I'm going to tip UNSW for this one by 2 points. I think they just have a little bit more depth, and if they have their tactics sorted out from the start, I think they'll run away with it.
Let's see if they have their tactics sorted from the start. This is with the pool. Let's have game on.
Okay, Ben Foley, who are the people to look for on both Buff and on UNSW?
So anyone with tall red socks is definitely going to be a threat. That's just a given. That's vicious that just threw it then. New South Wales I'm a little less sure about. I know they've got 1 or 2 star players, and we'll have to see how that unfolds for them.
Buff comes down with a zone to start. Upwind zone. And UNSW are really struggling to get it off. There we go.
You'd think they'd put just, go for mileage this early in the game, get the disc down the other end, and make Ballarat do all the hard work.
They needed to sort out at the start. It's like they're trying to move it around a little bit too much. Conditions aren't really permitting that.
These are the same tactics that Buff used against Flinders. Put a really aggressive mark on, strong aggressive breaks and just hope the other team doesn't realize.
And run into the person with the disc every once in a while to slow them down.
Okay, UNSW. There we go. That's the jack we've been looking for. Macca versus Yui. Oh, and the misread by Macca.
Oh! I've never wanted a layout to succeed more in my life than that particular one. Unfortunately, they didn't get it.
McDonald got a bit lucky there.
Did indeed.
He
Macca would normally eat that up and missed it. And that's vicious with a drop. I think it was a cold drop. Not a hot drop. It's delicious, by the way.
UNSW walks slowly to the disc. Picks it up. He's looking for the break. Swings it across to the open side. Pops through. Ooh, lucky to get it through that tight zone. He's looking for the overhead. Puts it through, and they're through the zone.
Tom to, I call her Emily for the goal. UNSW with the first downwind point.
Girl with a green headband.
That's the official word from Cupcake.
And here we go.
Evans and Marnie
UNSW
with
got
the
the downwind first point. Now starting with the pool. It'll be interesting to see if Buff just looks straight away. Macca is just going straight to the end zone.
Macca's looking for a goal.
He's going straight to the end zone.
No
and there it
around
is.
for Buff. Macca picks it. Oh, no, he drops it. Are they going to put on the zone here, Johnny?
I think they are. We can hear calls of set.
Buff did a lot of women's zone in other games. They seem to have only got 2 women in this cup, but still quite aggressive when the UNSW trying to look into the wind.
Sydney goes straight down the sideline. They're now trapped here. Ashan with the disc. Swings it.
Emily. Evans drops it. Evan drops it. But there's a call on the play.
UNSW makes what I believe is actually a bad call. I don't think he was anywhere near that.
If you get knocked over by a girl, it's a bad call. Well retracted.
Okay, Macca with the disc. Over to Megan, I think it says on the back of her shirt. Meehan. Oh.
Johnny, how are UNSW going to work it through this zone?
They actually looked like they weren't doing too bad before. I think they'll swing it all day and hope it bust it through to one of these quick poppers. Great D by Chloe McDonald.
That's an international pole jumper right there. Tries to throw a flick for the goal. Not that pretty. Probably not as pretty as his jumps anyway. His pole, his bending of poles to gain.
Okay, Emily was stuck with a disc there. She gets it across to Eshan. Eshan's looking to break the mark. He does, gets it around. And they're through. They're through the middle. Ooh, slow movement of the disc from here though. UNSW's handlers are actually doing quite a nice job of keeping the assist alive, Foley, but their poppers are letting him down. They're not really giving him the next option that they need. As a handler, Sammy, what are you looking for your poppers to do in this situation?
Really, this is a situation where your poppers are actually penetrating through the zone wall, getting the disc ball to move through.
Due to the serious nature of this game, I'm going to resist from making a penetration joke.
I probably wouldn't have.
And there they go, they get it through the zone, and the popper throws it away.
And that was exactly the pass you wanted to see from UNSW. Unfortunately, it just wasn't executed well.
Okay, Macca picks it up, and he's jacked it to Vicious. It's never going to come in. Chucks this straight down the field.
Another Vicious or pole vaulter option.
Oh no, they don't. They go for the under. And
Back to Macca,
looks
and now
on
the
it
chuck.
so that he can get power position. And they've actually worked this quite nicely. There it is. Pulled down. Pulled down and then thrown away. Doesn't this guy realise that once you get a D, you're meant to dump it straight away?
Hey, Smiley. Hey.
Moving well so far this game. Providing cover options. Seems to be a bit trapped. Those going to look something big. There it is. Goes past Macca, but is there another option? No, there isn't. Macca's going to go pick up the disc for Buff.
I think it is a bit of nerves here. I think it's a bit of rushing. They're through the zone on an upwind point, and they're really wanting to move it quickly, and that's causing the mistakes. And Buff finally even up the score, 1-1. Okay, here's Macca with the pull.
So I think both teams are feeling the upwind pressure, like lacking a bit of confidence throwing into this wind, and therefore making easy, probably unnecessary mistakes.
Okay, Eshan's going to look to just put it, I think. He's going to look to get in the right position. Then he's going to... No, you just want to...
dangerous for the team to make a score from you to return it.
Working it quite nicely at the moment, though. Oh, that was a bad mistake.
And there's that turn. That player popped out his shoulder during the week, but he still seems to be doing all right. There's Macca. This is a dangerous position.
got it
Right
nice
side the
and
end zone.
easy.
There it is for the score.
Score.
Buff take the first up winder.
Well, that's what we were talking about, Foley. We were saying do not mess around with it. Then you are going downwind near your end zone. Just get it down the field.
The wind has also dropped a little bit, and the sky is, although not clear, definitely not as stormy as it was a couple minutes ago. Vicious with the pull. Ballarat with the advantage, playing defence right outside the New South Wales defensive end zone. Going upwind. Macca's going to eat that with style.
He did with style, and you can look straight away. He went for the wide release. He was not able to get it, and there we go. Mac has just he's decided.
He's got a receiver. I don't think he's going to get to that one though. New South Wales D, but that's still right outside their own.
Okay, UNSW bring it in. And we'll see what they do here. They've been able to get it away from their zone a bit, but then made the bad pass after that.
Yeah, they're kind of in the corner of death at the moment though. UNSW is still stuck in this corner.
And they've just gone back. They've just gone backwards. They've gone backwards.
This is Callahan material, Johnny.
And Eshan has put it up, and he's going to go back.
Messy. Vicious and Macca under that. One of them's going to get it.
Macca says, "This is all me,"
and then throws it away.
And then throws it away. Bad throw.
Probably more of a receiver error.
They put it up.
If Macca was on fantasy points, he'd be on at least 9 this game.
I think he'd be on 9 this point. Okay. Ooh. I'm not too sure why UNSW keep pushing themselves towards that sideline, Foley. I don't think it's because of Buff's pressure necessarily.
A lot of space over to our side.
Okay, Buff with the upwind pull, looking to get a second break. UNSW pick up the disc, pass it to Eshan. He's just going to look. He's just looked for it.
That almost worked for UNSW. How it dropped short.
The only player to read it was a UNSW player. Unfortunately, he dropped it.
Johnny, is it too late for me to tell you that I actually called Buff to win this game?
Well, it's not. It's not actually. You did call Buff early on before the game. I thought UNSW might be able to take it away with their extra depth.
I don't think Buff are lacking particularly in depth. We played against them the other day, and I felt that they use a wide range of their players and good tactics as well.
Right, swings to Eshan. Now in the middle of the field, we'll see if he still looks to just put it in the end zone.
I think he's going to want another shot. He's got some options.
He has.
There's Evan going deep. Gets in front of Mac. Oh, no, he doesn't. Macca is just dominating that end zone at the moment. Like, getting all those Ds going long.
Now Buff have it. They will look to work this up. They know going upwind, they need to be clean and clinical.
Another upwind point by Buff at this point is going to be pretty devastating for UNSW.
Macca with the usual defensive receiver hands.
Yeah, he's not used to catching it. He's showing outside the end zone. Getting pretty close now.
This could be an overhead shot, I think. This could be an overhead shot.
Oh,
there it is.
He caught it. Throwing it out of bounds then.
Out of bounds. Okay, Macca brings the disc back in, swings it straight away. Ooh, nearly a bubble drop.
The wind's picked up a little bit, Johnny. It's going to make it very difficult on Buff, and you can see this. Oh, there's the cold drop. They're struggling just with confidence going into that wind.
Is Yui with a bad shoulder, Yui, I think. Don't think he's going to be able to throw the big throws.
Possible broken bone, I've heard. Wants to play though, wants this gold.
UNSW put the high release
to the score.
To the score.
With the catch for the point.
Okay, UNSW here looking to get the break back. Foley, what are they going to have to do in this point to get that break back?
Ideally, they're going to get a turn fairly close to their attacking end zone. But I don't think Buff will give them that opportunity. Buff are going to just put it long quickly, I think, and not give him a chance to. There's Mac with the strike. There
Vicious
it is, as called.
Gone. Vicious is gone.
It's running away from him. And now, thanks to the wind, Buff can put on a strong zone, and UNSW are really going to struggle.
Where they're trapped, Foley, in what you've called the corner of death.
Indeed.
It's very hard to get away from that corner. Eshan is doing a great job of breaking the mark, though. And look at that. Because of that break, they're going right through.
Oh, I thought she did a great job of throwing the pressure into that. That just floated a little bit too high over her head and made it difficult.
Macca has just picked it up.
To their pole vaulter. Where's his pole now? Can he jump over the crowd without it? Fish has come behind. Bit of a collision, but no calls, and UNSW's disc. Oh, fell on the through.
So Mac, I think Foley that Macca might have learnt that trick from Hoi Vu. Throw the disc away, call foul.
Hoi Vu does it in Victoria at the moment, so he's probably teaching a lot of Victorians the love of throw the disc. Ooh, what do you reckon then? Vicious forcing the foul call?
I don't know, but that disc looks very bent.
Vicious was definitely drawing. I'm not entirely spirited, but clever play to get him back.
Let's come in, 3, 2.
Vicious with the shot. It's going to be messy over Macca's head. And that's going to roll. So, this is obviously the gold-silver game, but both teams have already...
Eshan actually played on my Melbourne Hat team this year. I say my Melbourne Hat team, it was actually Warwick Shepherd's Melbourne Hat team. He did throw the game in the semi-final actually. But anyway, that's beside the point. Eshan's very quick, very fast, and just a super athlete.
Working through the cup at the moment. If only his receivers could catch it instead of giving it to Macca all the time.
Macca's looking for the break. He's
Just to clarify, that's 2 Macca.
That is 2 Macca.
So
and back to
when
Macca.
I say Macca, I am referring to Lachlan McDonald as opposed to Chloe McDonald. Just so we're all clear for those following at home.
Fisher is got the nice dump pass. There's no leading break throw though.
Macca's looking for goal here. He needs someone to go and catch one for him. There's
Fisher's
Chloe with
gone
it.
to Chloe, she's going to go back to Macca.
Several-time juniors world player, I believe. Back to her brother. Looking for a goal, and that's a bit of a dribble of a throw.
I thought the receiver probably could have attacked that disc by the way for the drop.
There is another drop straight
UNSW
away.
tried to get it moving quickly before Ballarat were engaged, I suppose, and that did not work in their advantage.
I would look here for Vicious to go down the line if nothing works. Oh, but UNSW girl slips over.
Downwind
Easy
goal
score
to
for
Ballarat. Pulled into the win by Ballarat. Cuppers was just giving New South Wales a bit of some tips. He reckons they're going to have to work it up the wind down this side of the field. Probably also need New South Wales to get it down the other end right now. Stop holding it up outside goal.
So the advice was to move the pull reception to the camera side of the field, and then try and pump it because the wind's just going to make it sit, and it's going to give the receiver just a little bit more chance. And the misread by the deep would be possible as well. Goal turns been caused by Ballarat, and they look to break up with the head.
Foley, I just don't understand UNSW. Why are they even messing around with a disc down that end? I would just get it and huck it as far as I could. And it is no, it's out the back. Was not a score. Feeling this wind though, Foley, I think it's starting to gust a bit and turn the other way round. There's a definite wind now blowing downfield Buffs way. Of course, it will depend on who returns, but I think Buff have always got a strong program, so they'll have many of these guys will be returning. UNSW, I think, will also be fairly strong in Div 1. It'll be interesting to see. Up in the Gold Coast, you'll get a few more players maybe wanting to play.
I think you're right, Johnny. I think the wind has turned around. You look at that disc, it just got caught by the wind and carried away.
Buff, ooh, the bullet passed through the girl Popper. She's not able to get her body behind it. Okay, UNSW now looking to get it to the camera side of the field, and they just go straight back across, back to where the wind is pushing them.
They don't seem very comfortable moving it to this far side. They're happy to get one break, but they're not then swinging it across the full field width.
He's looking for an overhead. Nope, just a small little pop. Looks to break. Ooh, that could have been down. It's through again. He's looking for the end zone. He has to dump. There's another small pass through. But again, they're just trapped on this sideline. They can't get it away. Okay, what's he going to look for here? He's looking to break. Oh, unfortunate. And Macca has just picked that up and he's looked straight away. Oh.
Buff definitely appear to be playing the conditions a lot more than UNSW are. Buff are just getting it and trying to play for field position, where in UNSW are playing much more consistent workmen like Frisbee.
Okay, they've got it now to this camera side of the field. It opens the entire field up because of the wind. He's looking for the overhead. I don't think the overhead's a good option. The wind was always going to make that drop. Down the field. He looks to swing. She's looking for a handler. She's not confident. Gets it a cool. UNSW still caught. He's tried the outside in. It's come off like a treat. And he's now passing. Oh, he's waited. He's waited too long, and now he's turfed it. Cupcake, of these two teams, who are the players that are going to step up in these windy conditions and just make those throws that need to be thrown? UNSW are definitely looking to just go through one or two different throwers. And now
UNSW just don't look confident jacking it. You see their throwers getting power position or getting free and just looking upfield but not putting it. They're looking to try and find a clean option rather than just going for field advantage.
We're back. UNSW just called a tactical timeout. Probably important. You reckon, Johnny?
I think it was needed. They've gone down, I think, now 2 breaks. Esham was getting some tactics before. I think you will really look to see him just put it down this left-hand side of the field.
Try and get a more camera side, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think New South start playing the conditions a lot more. They haven't so far, and it's really hurting them.
I've got with me Ballarat's ass coach, Brett Milton. Brett, how you feeling about this game?
Intensity. This schools are quite impressive in these tough conditions. So yeah, very, very happy with this stage of the game.
What did you drill into them during that timeout, Brady?
You know what, just have fun, work hard, and as I like to say, go hunting for the disc.
Wise words, I feel. Right, here's the pull, vicious.
Vicious puts a big floaty one. It's going to come back down the field though.
Wind's not helping as much as it was previously.
UNSW picked it up, and Eshan has just got it, and he's going to look to throw this, I reckon.
To throw it. Yeah, but he threw the disc.
He did throw it, just as I thought he would.
As predicted.
I meant downfield.
Backer with another D. He's just carving it up out that end of the field. And now he loves to work a bit of offense. Did he play much offense at Worlds, do you know?
No.
No, he did not. Well, it's a good time to learn. Never too late.
Macca can be quite a terrier on defense. I've noticed a lot when Karma plays Hoss. He marks up a lot on me. I don't know if that's because I'm either so damaging or that Hoss have worked out as a strictly offensive player. As soon as Karma turns it, I stop playing.
Either way, it's effective. Macca dominating this offense.
It could be a foul turn.
Very nice throw.
It could be a foul. Nope.
I think there was a foul call, but the disc was caught. You know what, Johnny? I reckon he's going to throw it. Oh,
he did. Okay, then now Beggs is trapped on the sideline.
Probably not one of the more experienced Ballarat players. Managed to get to Vicious. I think Ballarat are going to start looking for some more downfield options soon. Vicious looking for a scuba, doesn't give it. That's a hand block from Ishan. Doesn't get that excited, but...
Okay, is that Darmaniac?
Ishan.
Ishan is get it. He's got... I think this could be Ishan throwing it again, Foley.
Johnny, you haven't been wrong before. There it is. That's good.
Oh, that could be a foul call.
Bit of a bang. Not sure how much disc was contacted then and how much player.
Equal disc to player ratios.
Disc. Not sure how accurate that is, but that's fine. Trados looking to move it.
Trados to his Afro brother.
His Afro brother. Got pumping up the line. Backer with a probably unnecessary layout D.
Sorry, the Afro brother is Will Norton, the sexiest.
Okay, Macca picks it up and just throws it straight away.
Beggs? With sexiest man in Sydney Ultimate getting the D. Many of the ladies on the sideline got a little bit excited about that. You can see Bangarang in front of us, also known as Emily. Just give us the thumbs up. She loves it. Isham with the disc. Probably wanted to move it to the other side of the field.
It's a small little pop through. And then the turf disc. Ooh, that.
Not a great throw. Puts Ballarat in a good position for a score.
Macca's just going to put it straight to Vicious. No, there's a different way.
Using Beggs.
That is going to be a strip.
I think that's a strip. It's going to be difficult to contest that. Yeah, Ishan, no complaints. That's scored a buff, putting them 6-2 up, I believe.
Okay, Buff with the pull, puts it out to use the wind.
Carpers has called it. Ballarat, too much energy too early.
Chodos catches the disc, gets it to this side of the field, and he just bangs it out.
Not a terrible shot. It's coming back in. Vicious will eat it though. Oh! UNSW were lucky and simultaneously unlucky on that disc, I think.
Vicious went with the patented jump way too early to get the defender or the offender. Also,
he patented that, did he?
Yep.
I owe him a few dollars then. Macca with the disc. With the famous patented high release flick.
The patented high release flick.
And it wasn't ready for the return throw from Vicious. Evan out the front. Demanding. Anyway, he's thrown it already.
They're going backwards. Chodos with the disc now. We look to get it back.
Chodos with the disc again. Without the yellow hat, looks a bit silly, but still controlling the offense well.
He's just pushing himself into that corner though.
Corner of death, although going down with the wind a bit, it's not so
nice.
bad. And
Break
that's a score.
Cup.
Well done UNSW to get one back.
Buff up 6-3. It's going to pull it out this side. I've got it on very good authority that this man is the sexiest man in New South Wales Ultimate.
That's what I've heard.
We'll see if that reputation comes entirely from his pulling ability.
Cappers, you're from New South Wales. What do they need to do to win this game?
Look, I would just dick around with the Frisbee less. I would put it into the wind and let
the wind sort of taken it, as you saw in that last point where they moved it to the camera sideline and then pumped it. The defender misread it, and it sat up. And if the attacker's just a little bit patient or has a little bit is a little bit deeper of the defender, it's likely that they're going to get it. So that's what I would do.
They just throw up. Mackie gets in the middle of the field and pulls it down.
I would also clone Macca and enroll him in UNSW.
That would definitely help. Oh, that's messy. I think it was the greatest attempt.
Tries the greatest attempt, was not successful.
He tried to throw a little bit of an underarm throw then, I think, which essentially went straight into the ground. Ishan bringing it up. Probably going to try and look for a swing early.
Look for a backhand break
Not
here.
even looking upfield. Just
There it
is. The
is.
swing. Didn't come back in. Macca walking to the disc. He's going to look straight for goal, I reckon. He's got one man downwind. Oh, it's a
Hammer.
He's got 5 buff players, but none of them hold on to it. Cuppers, do UNSW have the players to throw it into the wind?
I believe so. Eshan, that's a great throw into the wind. This is Thomas Cheap, I think his name. Maybe not as strong as Eshan throwing, and Eshan gets...
Oh, Eshan just throws it straight into...
Really, you're really letting me down now, Eshan. I'm not going to plug you anymore.
So as long as he hasn't got a mark, UNSW have a chance. But
Ballarat chucked the high, just swill into the end zone.
none of Buff's big receivers were under that one, so UNSW get an easy D. Cuppers reckons, bring it back to the camera side, work it on the field. Eshan is on the wrong side of the disc.
Eshan knows what he's doing.
No one down the line to receive it. UNSW in the kind of the back of their end zone now.
Oh, great
Eshan with a
catch.
fantastic grab, bounces off his own head, and then pumps it as called.
Great break
Lovely move
into
from Emily.
the wind.
Oh, should have taken that shot.
Should have just taken that shot.
Sexiest man.
They're
Doing it
UNSW,
well.
they're through.
A good movement. The wind's not showing too many problems. A bit more confidence now.
That's a double team.
Over to Eshan, who just should be starting looking for goal now, I reckon. Just have the shot, Eshan.
Eshan, he's directing his poppers around. He breaks through.
But throws it backwards. Timeout called.
Foley, what do you think the plan will be here? They're about halfway down the field.
That sounds like a pretty good plan.
Okay, and here we go. You're going back to Eshan on this side of the field, which is where he wants to be. Oh, here we go. They're here, and I would just plump this into the end zone. They don't. Decide.
Yeah, New South are just giving up ground here by constantly dump swinging it. They're not actually making any advantages for themselves.
Eshan, beautiful breakthrough. And they're back to where they were at the timeout. And it looks like the plan might have worked. Emily gives it back to Eshan, who catches just in. Great catch.
Not in a good position for a goal though. Back to the middle of the field. Probably still about where they started from timeout. Great forward movement. Found a hole in that cup. Eshan in the goal position. And that's a goal to UNSW, their first up-win score for the day. How do you feel about that, Johnny?
That's the break they needed, Foley, if they were going to get back in this game.
That's it.
Here we go, UNSW with the big pull.
Ishan is on the sideline at the moment, icing his leg. Hopefully he's going to be back on the field soon.
UNSW sticking with their man, I think, or are they in a zone?
Ooh.
That will be a strip call.
Possibly a dangerous play call. No one ever calls that though.
The only person I've actually ever seen call a dangerous play is Ruben.
That's not a call.
We'll stick with strip. Macca with the disc. Love calling him Macca. Gets everyone confused. Vicious to Macca. To Jones. Looking to the middle to Beggs, who doesn't hold on to it. A bit behind him, I think. Evan with the disc. Demandio. Looking downfield. I believe his man's a fractured shoulder or something.
Oh, that
floaty as anything backhand up. Vicious is going to eat that. No, it's going to go. Jones is going to face D it. Very effective defense. I can see Macca as being a player who would love to pump it upfield.
So which final do you reckon's our Australian Ultimate Championships?
It's definitely a close call. Probably a bit of prettier ultimate here because we're not getting so many terrible, terrible calls. Is that fair, do you think, Cuppers?
Yep.
Yep. Cuppers, which is more important to you right now? In the influence of this game, Macca on the field or Macca's on your lap?
Macca's on the field.
If you were to compare the two Maccas to a meal at McDonald's, what would they be?
That's a good question. I reckon Chloe McDonald would be a nugget meal. And it's obvious that Lachlan McDonald would be a happy meal.
I think I'm going to disagree with the Chloe McDonald there. I feel like she's going to be more one of those mini bites from Hungry Jacks.
Meanwhile, Ballarat getting up-win score. Back on par from their previous break, putting them 7-4 up. We're back on. Got a bit of crowd in front of me. I can't see who's holding the disc. I think it's Macca. Going to pull it. It's not you, mate. It's everyone else.
If Macca is off the field, it's a disgrace. He needs to be on the field to secure this downfield break. Buff can take half and really a stranglehold over the game here.
That's it. If Buff take this, they're in a very strong position for the win.
I think that was just in.
It's pivoting from outside the field, though. Is there a call on that? What can you say? Travel, I guess. No call. Probably doesn't affect the play that significantly, I'd say.
While they're on this
Ishan
side of
back on the field. Sorry, John.
he just has some beautiful low release throws.
It's a lovely throw, except Macca is in the way again. It's a quick man, Macca.
He's just going to put it. Oh no,
He
Vicious
wants
has
to
got
put
it.
Give him a free shot and he'll take it. That was a blind catch there by, is it Danny? She turned her head and closed her eyes and caught that in front of her.
She does like to close her eyes when catching. I'm not too sure if that's the greatest idea.
Well, it's working so far.
Macca is pointing downfield. He's saying, that's where I want to throw it, guys.
You're not in the
gets
end
it
zone.
across. Ooh, nice diving catch to the side.
I think it was her face tattoos that got her.
She'll give it back to Vicious. Vicious again is just pushing into his mark.
For me, that's just a bad pivot. Like, it's a bad pivot, and he's lost control of the Frisbee. For me, as a coach, I'd tell him to work on that.
Something he can improve to take to his game.
He's actually put a Jonathan Warren White here by calling the foul and then moving himself further away from the mark. The mark did not notice that.
Macca finally puts one up. That was probably the longest time Ballarat have been dicking around with it in the wrong end of the field. So it's good to see them go back to their old tactic, which has been working for them so far.
Okay, Will to Eshan. He will look to throw it. And there it is. Will is looking though just to... Ooh, and it's... He's held on to it. Oh, okay, excellent. That was the throw they want. You'll see that when it does come to this camera side of the field, the wind is just keeping the disc in the air.
And that's the perfect opportunity for them to put it downfield. Oh, sneaks past the defender, but dropped. Unfortunate for UNSW. Macca with the disc. Wants goal now. Vicious, you're on the wrong side of the field, buddy. Go catch a goal.
Macca gets it back in power position.
I feel like we should probably tell Vicious a little louder that he needs to be further away from the disc and catching goals.
I think Vicious is sick of catching goals.
Especially with throws like that, yeah.
But not up to the task.
Vicious just pulled a Cupcake, throw a flick, fall over. Did not work quite as well as Cupcake.
That's the shot UNSW looking for. That's over Macca's head as well. If he can hold on to that. Chase it down, babe. Chase it down! Unfortunate.
We've had a commentator leave the booth due to a phone call.
Macca calls a timeout.
Ballarat back from their timeout. Now, Cuppers, we just had a quick throw out there. What do you think is the most effective throw in this win?
Lefty high release backhands. The marker just doesn't expect it, unless you're left-handed, of course. And they just sit up really nicely. Yeah, that would be my pick.
How'd your hammer hold up in the win?
2 out of 3 completion rate. So if I was UNSW, stuck in the corner of death, as we've named it, at half-time, maybe I'd look to warm up my hammer and see if I can just take a couple of risks out of that corner, because at the moment, Eshan's splits just aren't working, hey? That's a sensational grab. How did you find the breeze, Foley?
I was throwing downwind, and I found that the hammer works quite well, as Macca has just proven to us. So maybe that's the strategy when you go on left to right across the screen.
Fact of the matter is, UNSW are...
Oh, the world's greatest by Macca.
Wow. Fact of the matter is, that was incredible.
And then the double helix wobbly as hammer worked as well. Here we go. Just give it back to Macca. Everything he's touching's gold.
We are just completely astounded here by what Macca has done.
Those of you that didn't catch the full amazement of that point, that was a upside down world's greatest to hammer down the field from Macca to skewer to Macca for goal. So I've had a few spectators from the members box, Cuppers, tell us that UNSW need to really start using their girls. How do you feel about that?
Look, I think they're doing a very good job in the adverse conditions that we have here at hand. It's going to be tough to put a girl handler back, especially if it's not like a real top quality Alex Rogers style girl thrower. So I think they're doing a very good job.
They're in a tough position to come back and win this game. What do they need to do?
Take more risks. That's it. They've got about 15 minutes to claw this 4-break lead.
This is going to be straight to Macca deep.
It's going to be interesting to see if they can do it.
Actually, straight to the ground.
Yeah, we'd rather do that more often. That's definitely going to help. Straight to ground. In a good position to play defense. Oh, sorry, we're back. And a huge bid from Darmania. What's the call?
No, it's just
where it went out.
Just saying where it went out. Macca's
walking it up.
He's gonna look straight for an overhead hammer here.
He definitely threw it, but it wasn't a hammer.
Doesn't do it.
Vicious. Still not throwing goals.
I just think the hammer would have been the better option there.
Vicious needs to spend more time in the end zone and less time outside of it, I reckon. Johnny, there's a girl in front of us whose last name is Bangarang. You reckon that's accurate?
I don't think it's accurate. Could be a nickname.
There is another UNSW girl on the field whose name is Short Black. So I'm going to go ahead and claim that's not that name.
And there's also a Team Edward. I believe that's a Twilight reference, if my popular culture is correct.
UNSW had a bit of a communication breakdown there. Could have easily caught that. Now they're just letting Macca have it go once. This could be another overhead. There it is.
I don't know if that was his best option that he took, and Yeah, it went out right where he was standing, so UNSW could actually.
So what I think the interesting thing is with this UNSW team, everybody looks like they're 17. Which might be a bit of a harsh call, but it means they've got a lot of years in them. So I think regardless of the outcome of this game, they've secured a promotion into Division 1, and they've got a lot of young players that they can look to develop into next year.
Gold Coast, which is where AUG is next year, is a little bit closer to New South Wales and South Australia, so maybe they can bring an even bigger squad next year.
And let's face it, Gold Coast is where it's at.
Macca throws.
Ballarat using the girls. Vicious outside of goal.
To Aaron.
Probably travel, which no one calls, to Beggs, who holds on to it.
Holds on to it.
It's another goal to Ballarat. That puts them 9-4 up. Johnny.
It's going to be very hard for UNSW from here. They're just going to have to huck it and play tight D. Make sure they get that turn. Buff, or as they should actually be called, Buff, if they were actually correct shirts, are about to have the pull. I'm going to say it's going to be short. I was correct.
Difficult throw.
There we go. That is exactly what they need to do. Doesn't matter if it's a turn. Get there, play tight D.
Get some field position, play some defense. Take those shots. You know, it may not pay off every time, but hopefully you'll get a few and claw your way back.
I would not play a zone now, though. I would go straight to man. Ballarat, if they're smart, will just hold on to this for a bit, waste some time. Oh, maybe
Lovely
not, though.
D. Lovely D. So the weather conditions have kind of crappened. Can you have crappened? Is that appropriate? Is that Frisbee terminology right there? They've crappened. Bit of rain. The wind has picked up a little bit.
I believe the word you're looking for is worsened.
And there is the siren. So it's going to be game over after this, unless finals are actually played to a winning point.
As far as I'm aware, Australian university sports regulations are, unless it's within 2, it's game over at the end of the point. Ballarat currently up 9-4, so I'm going to call it. They've won the game.
All right, Macca should just look to pump this into the end zone now. She's won the game.
Peyton Harley's flick. Vicious. Ballarat's key handler.
Vicious. Just hucks it.
To
no one.
Ishan, return huck. No, hand block.
Hand block.
Oh, it doesn't even dispute it. That's it. Ballarat after the end zone. This guy with the blue hair.
Another big D.
I'm fairly certain this is the first point that number 87 Ballarat has played on, and really making an impact on the game, breaking Macca.
Okay, Sean's got the disc now. Big zone in front of him, hands up in the air.
Yeah, that's a beautiful
I'm
throw.
not entirely certain why he has not been doing that all game long.
Vicious did well.
Vicious gets the D, calls a foul. His disc anyway.
Johnny, the Red Sox, do they help his height, his jumping ability, do you think?
I'm not sure if they actually do help his jumping ability physically, but mentally, it's got to scare the absolute bejesus out of some defenders. They're thinking Red Sox, he's got to be fast. He's got to be athletic.
Well, he is fast, but I just think it makes him look like a bit of an idiot.
I wasn't going to go there, Cupcake, but I'm glad someone else did.
Bit of red and white. Maybe he's trying to represent the Sydney Swans in the big clash tomorrow.
Can I grab a tip off you guys? A tip? Hawthorn or Sydney?
I think Sydney are actually going to take it. I've heard the weather conditions in Melbourne are quite horrendous.
I've heard 14 and hail.
Yeah,
so it's going to make it an interesting one. Can I get a margin as well?
I'm going to go Sydney in a close one, 7 points.
7 points. Another thriller at the G.
Love it. Right now we've got a thriller at the Flynn.
Thriller at Bedford Park.
Bedford Park. Oh! UNSW get a D, but Ballarat claw it in.
Okay, here we go. It's just a trap there. He doesn't know how to get rid of it.
What
And
I've
another
gotta say
D.
is, this AFL field that we're playing on must be the biggest AFL field in the country. It is just ginormous.
I've noticed that I feel like UNSW have stepped up their defense. They must have got 3 Ds or close to Ds at this point. A bit too late in the game, I think, Johnny.
It is a bit too late. I'm still wondering. I saw Eshan just take it and throw a beautiful downfield throw that he just should have been doing all game long.
Is it too late because time caps went and it's not +1 at the end of the point?
Quite unsure of that in a final. We don't know if the final is played to a winning point or not.
It's not really much fun winning an ultimate game if you don't score the last point.
Why are they only throwing hammers now?
We did practice the hammers before.
Oh, and
they were
Eshan
very
drops
effective.
it.
Eshan drops it.
And
Looking
Buff
for a
pick it up and jack it.
D on the side. Is that a sideline D?
Hand block. I thought that just was thrown straight into the sideline then.
At this point, I feel that UNSW really got it at Buff, but too little too late.
Agreed. Eshan throws it into the game.
Throws it away.
Eshan. Look, he has been the rock of this team in this game as a handler.
Vicious picks it up.
Vicious pumps it. Chodos gets the D. Up to Thomas. To Eshan. Or Ishan. Ishan, is that what his name is?
Eshan or Ishan, I'm not too sure.
So I don't know if he ended up coming up with a name for the Div 2 final player of the game, but Johnny, what do you reckon?
It's got to be Macca. It's got to be Macca, and I'm thinking, who's been a great player in Div 2 over the years? Who has been a great player?
Over the years?
Yeah, over the years.
Well, we've had Div 2 since 2009 in the Gold Coast, which was the first year.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the only person that I think has played every single Division 2 game, Division 2
Okay, I'm thinking that male Macca has really been the dominant force on this field.
Yeah, look, I'm happy to give it to him. He's got about 16 bajillion Ds.
I'd say pretty close to 16 bajillion.
And UNSW score the final point of the game. And they've taken out the Division 2 Australian University Games, Australian University Sport National Champions.
I'd like to congratulate Lockie McDonald for
the Ben Foley Award.
For the Tiffany Mann Award Div 2 MVP Grand Final.
So thanks for coming, ladies and gentlemen. That's Ballarat over UNSW with a 9-5 win, and we'll see them both in Div 1 next year. Johnny.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thanks for coming along, Cupcake. Thanks for Sammy, wherever you've gone.